Welcome to Tender Heart.
A promotion that didn't matter, cheating wife. Grace called me one afternoon while I was at work. "Can you not wait until I get home to tell me what you need to say?" I said. I noticed how she heaved before saying, "I'm afraid it can't wait, Carl. I really need to talk to you right now." I scratched my head as I looked at the pile of work on my table. "Fine. My lunch break is in 20 minutes. Let's meet at that Brazilian cafe," she suggested, to which I agreed. It was our favorite restaurant, a couple of minutes walk from my office. This was also the first restaurant where we first dated, so it's pretty special for both of us. I checked the calendar. Nope, we just celebrated our anniversary, and her birthday was only a month ago. What could be the occasion, then? Why did she want to meet me for lunch when she's supposed to be at work? I rounded up another task before I logged out of my computer. "Carl, aren't you joining us for lunch?" My manager, Sheila, was walking with me towards the elevator with my other colleagues. "Not today, ma'am. Got a lunch date with my wife," I proudly reasoned out. It was a good thing that Grace called me out too, because I've wanted to avoid the question of relocation. My company asked me to manage another branch. In fact, a promotion. It could have been perfect if it's not outside the country and in another time zone. I once asked Grace about it, who insisted that she'd rather stay here. Her family and friends were all here, and starting over in another country would drive her crazy. My manager sneered and commented, "Happy wife, happy life." The elevator opened, and we wished each other to have a good lunch. It started raining as I walked along the street to the cafe, which wasn't crowded yet when I entered. Samba music played in the background, giving the cafe a cozy environment. Grace was easy to spot in our favorite seat by the window. She has this long, brown hair tied in a ponytail, wearing a gray sweater. She smiled meekly as I sat opposite her. "I already ordered your favorite feijoada." "Whoa. Thank you, love. You're the best." I gave her a kiss on the cheeks. "Yes, I think I deserve that. Because believe it or not, I just closed this major deal this morning and everyone in the office was so excited." I went on and on with my news until our meals arrived. Mine's a stew of meat and vegetables, while Grace ordered her usual galinada, a delicious one-pot chicken and rice dish. "Congratulations, Carl," she responded. We focused on our food for the next few minutes, and when I was about to finish half of my plate, I asked her what made her come and have this date with me. "Just finish your meal first, okay?" she said. Could something be bothering her? This behavior was unusual for someone like Grace, who's always the cheery, optimistic woman. She worked as a preschool teacher, and she doesn't usually get day offs, especially on a school day. Is it good news or bad news? I wondered. "Both," she responded as she sipped her soda. I glanced at my watch and realized that I have 30 minutes left before my lunch breaks over. Immediately, I ate the rest of my food to hear the thoughts of the love of my life. Maybe something happened at work, and she needed my advice. Whatever it is, I prepared myself to help her. Listen. I'm here because I want to tell you something really important." She took a deep breath. "Do you prefer to hear the bad news or the good news first?" Her eyes suddenly were filled with tears. I quickly handed her a tissue. "Let's go with the bad news. Carl, She stared at the window while I glanced at my watch. 20 more minutes before I have to start walking back. "I'm leaving you." What? What was she talking about? Was this one of her dramas? No. I've finally made up my mind. What we have is not working for me anymore. I've packed my stuff at home this morning. Huh? Where are you going? And what made you think about this? I reached out for her hand. Can we talk about this? Have I done something wrong? What did I do? Carl, it's not about what you did. Please don't blame yourself. It's about what I've done. And what is it exactly? My head's getting dizzy as if everything was getting quiet and noisy at the same time. I fell in love with someone else. With whom, Grace? Tell me. I yelled at her and slammed my fist against the table. What exactly do you mean? I'm telling you the truth, Carl. I can't live with you anymore because I am in love with someone else. He's a guy at work. She started sobbing that called out for people's attention. Clenching my fist while digesting the bomb she dropped, I couldn't even fathom to speak. I'm so sorry, Carl. I didn't mean to hurt you. But our marriage? Don't you want to work it out? She shook her head. I've thought it over and over again. For how long, Grace? How long has this been going on? A year now. This time, it was she who reached out to me. Can you possibly tell me the good news? She smiled at me. Her eyes filled with both encouragement and pity. Carl, you can finally relocate. Come on, get that promotion. You deserved it more than anyone else in the world. I looked at the window, and watched how people rushed back to the office. Lunch break is finally over. But I don't care anymore. I don't care about the promotion if the person I'm doing it for will no longer be by my side.